Good afternoon, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the Sidebound XMN Future Digibyte OG. So, quick update. I know you like the quick one. So, Bitcoin is struggling to get above 38,000. I thought we would at least be able to push back one more time and show some strength. But we got over here and we made this W in the 1 minute. Coming off of a slight M, but it finished with the W. So, we're going to see what happens. We just don't have the volume, guys. We get down to the bottom, we've got 271. We get to the top, and you see. On the push, we did exactly what you're supposed to. We tripled. But what happened? Where'd everybody go? There's like no volume. So that's why I say these are manipulated pushes up to fuck with the masses, in my opinion. I firmly believe that. Sideways consolidation like we've been talking about all day. It's bouncing. I told you it had to go between 87 and 92. It's going to try to flip the support of 92 to resistance, and that's what we're actively trying to do right now. This is nothing short of the spectacle right now. When you get calculated and manipulated pushes up like that 2.6, then you get to the top. If you really had a bunch of volume, what the fuck? How did it go 2.5 times up and then right when it hits the top it dies? And then 3.5 times the volume right here in this 1 minute. And then you want to tell me that nobody's buying it? And by the time we get to the end, we're at 184,000 for a 1 minute period? Doesn't make any fucking sense. This is all fucking manipulated. This is all dead man zone. If this had been a real push up, you would see more volume than this. You wouldn't just see spurting volume. That's all it is manipulated pushing anyhow. This is a disaster. I have orders. Not that I think they're all going to fill, but I've got orders on XRP, just so you guys know, at 66, 58, 52, 48, 44, I think 38. Not that I think they're all going to fill, but there's a chance that this can dump off 50% from here very easily. If you ever see us below like that 80, I seen Brandon say 83 cents. I keep putting it back. If you see us keep going below the 78 cents, because that's the ultimate support right now. If it breaks 78 cents, 83 is a good measure because it'll buy here. I'll put that up too because Brandon said it. But 83 is that mid bounce between here and that 78 I keep talking about. If it breaks 78 cents again, so look out, you're going back to 65 like before. Except this time, if we double bottom down there and can't gain a base, that's when you go to the 52 or 56. You get way more ugly before it gets better, guys. What does that look like to you? It is on a massive, I'm in the 5 minutes though. So do we have a push up? Are we going to get some volume? Or is this just a traditional double top at the top? And we're going to come around and build like a W shape at the end of it and trick everybody. We could have one more push up, but I don't even know. Like down and sideways, which means we could have a push up higher. You know, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I want to know. It's like if you guys are out there in the stratosphere, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a possibility because of this M and the pattern that we could get another intraday swing. And this is what you're going to keep doing. We're going to chop up and down, never quite getting to the real high. But to me, that looks like we got some room to run here. Maybe up to 108 one more time just to get rejected. You know, and then you have something like this. So what does that look like to you guys? It's a hanging W. I'm telling you guys, this will probably turn into a hanging W. Or we're going to go sideways and down and gather the base all the way, which is what it looks like. See how big that M is? It looks like we'd have to go sideways and down. So in a traditional M like this, of this size, that's a big M. So if we go sideways and down, and we gather a base, let's say somewhere around 75 cents, look out. That's when you could go up and touch some spots. But that's a big M. That means we have to go down. Well, I don't even think that's far enough sideways and down. I think you have to gather a base. So when you have an M that big, you know, it's kind of telling you we're going to gather a base. Whether we do come down to gather the base all the way down here is anybody's guess. But I would say the more logical guess is if we don't just suddenly go up and show bearish. Because there's a chance we could just run up to 108, 109 and just turn this bearish. But I would say logically, we have to come down. We're at 93. You have to come down at least to 88. I would think. Or maybe even 80. It's hard to say for right now. We already knew it had to come down to 92. That's how I knew we were going to be at this level. And then there's that 88. Now when it bounced off this arm, likely we would come down one more time and touch the furthest spot of support to break past this arm. Because we already proved we can't do it just from this level. We just came from these levels. We don't have enough support. So likely is we're going to come down maybe to 78 cents. Maybe 88. Or we just go up. But I can see us coming down, touching base at 78 or 88, gathering a little more support, and that's kind of an M on the top of the pattern. So we got to watch it for what it is. I like to stay ahead of these patterns, but I think we have to come down a little bit to touch support so that we can go up. Then again, I mean, that's kind of sideways and down. It still looks like it's got to build a little bit more in the 1 minute. I'm thinking we got to come down to 36.8 for Bitcoin and get a little bit more support. If not even farther. I wouldn't be surprised if we came down and touched support at 34 again, but there's always the chance that we just make a push up to 40,000 right now. I mean, come on, guys. Look at the 1 minute. It comes on what you could consider a M, which should have been sideways and down. But then it goes right to a W, which went up, sideways and up, if you consider the M, which makes it bearish. So then the W's up and sideways, or sideways and up, which is, you know, still bearish, which means we're looking like we're going to have to come and gather a base at least 36.8 on Bitcoin. Should be down here more like the 30,000 to gather base. 36. Then you got these lines that I drew out with my sketch. I have one out here too where I thought I could cross, which came pretty close, but I think I missed. I don't think it's going to come down by the time it gets to right here. But that's where I thought I could cross in the pattern on the 1 minute, and it kind of did. So, guys, I'm XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on excellent Future Digibite OG. Consider joining Tom's Army for $9.99 a month. We're at 102 members. Let's see if I still have this up. So Jordan English was the 100th member of Tom's Army. 101 is Oliver, 102 is Swiftiness, and 103 is Stewie Delaney. You guys rushed in right away. I do appreciate it. But Jordan English, actually, wait a minute. So we had Ask Bo Davis, Andy, Don. Yeah, so it looks like Jordan is the 100th. So guys, I appreciate all of you guys that are part of Tom's Army. 397 more and I can come out half of my classes. If we get to 1,000, I will just be on YouTube full time and I won't even teach classes aside from the people for my YouTube audience. My progressive classes, I call it, which has 57 students right now. We have a class tonight at 8 p.m. So if you guys, you know, can be there, be there. If not, you don't have to be in attendance to my class. You only have to be there if you want live support, a teacher in class, and hands-on learning. Other than that, 14 days, my stuff's in the database. $50 a month, $6.25 a class, 8 classes a month, 1 hour each on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, PM. If you want to donate, links in the descriptions. I always really appreciate the donations because I can do community things. Been a little lacking on the donations, but we've been getting, a lot more subscribers. So I really appreciate that. So, all of these. I don't even want to go through them all yet. I want to keep you on XRP and XLM so you guys don't ask me a bunch of questions because these are all tightening up. With that big M, you would think it would have to go sideways and down, but it is on a W right before the M. So sideways and up. The M would be sideways and down. So you would probably come down, and the W is telling you that area is bearish. So you'd have to come down to like that 38-cent minimum. So with those, you'd be around 38 cents to gather support if this holds up. Or XLM, I mean, not Doge. What am I talking about? XLM. I gotta go though, so I can't really go over all of these. I'll come back in a little bit, but XLM. XRP is gonna be the same thing. I think you have to come back down and touch support at least 88 cents. You got a W, sideways and up. I don't know, that looks ugly. Looks ugly. I think you got to come down here at least to touch support, and then possibly you're going to trickle down here and try to bounce off 78 or 83, somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle of where we're at right now. So right there. Anywhere between 83 and 78, I think we can come down and touch support. 88 would be the middle. That would be the lowest. I think we still have to come down and gather a little more support, but it's telling us we're bearish at this level, so I think we have to go down farther. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. You shouldn't take my advice. Don't be a motherfucking moron, blah, blah, blah. So that's just what I'm seeing in the charts, guys. So stay blessed, stay true, and I'll be back in a little bit, but don't overthink it. Just let this play out a little bit. XRP's under $1. If you want to buy and stack, stack. It's under $1. These are my times. When I tell you, if it's under $1, you buy. If it's over $1, you don't. If it's under $1, you don't sell. If it's over $1, you do what you want. But I wouldn't. Unless you know what's going down like I did last night. So stay blessed.